Go.
Welcome back. Another show from James and Peter on the memorabilia side. This time the whole lot is on Don Bradman collectibles. Probably a bit more so the stuff that years and years was around and a bit easier to collect. That very, very hard to find now. And I hope I show you some unique items. These are tin photos that were very, very big in the sort of early 30s, late 20s, sort of died out mid 30s a little bit. They're made with a little stand-up back, some of them, or a little metal thing to hang up on the wall, but certainly they were everywhere and all types. So here's a large one of Bradman. There's another one here, which, a bit of a story to this one. This is wonderful. This is from Mick Simmons when he was at Mick Simmons. And I bought this years ago, very cheap at an auction because there was a massive tear in it, which I raced home and put super glue and held it together with pegs for about three days. But it came out all right. I was happy with it.
It was good.
James, there's some smaller ones down there, mate.
Yeah, because they're quite large, those, aren't they?
Yeah, these are probably 18 inches by 9 inches. They're large photos of it. Just wonderful
just turn
things.
it around, Pete,
I'll just show you the back. That's how they used to produce them, so you could stand them up or a hanging thing here if you wanted to hang them up.
Beautiful.
Just gives you an idea how big he was.
There's some really nice variety of
other
ones here.
These ones here, the oval ones, are just wonderful. One of my favourites for some reason is this. I've got another one on the wall, one of the first ones I ever bought. I think I paid $100 for it. An absolute steal.
Yep.
This little one here, James, very funny. I drove all the way to Erina, to the entrance in New South Wales, to go to a site visit. We'd done a big block of flats. As I parked my car and I'm walking down the road, I passed this junk shop that was closed. This was in the window with $100 on it. But the shop was closed and I was petrified someone was going to sneak in there and buy it ahead of me. So I survived the meeting, but only just, and hurried it up to run back, and I bought it off a guy called Peter Terrelink in the entrance. So that was many, many years ago.
Pretty rare to see these at auction or on eBay now. You've obviously got them all, that's why. But
you might see a few. The smaller ones, for some reason, this cost me a lot of money at Charles Lesky's. The little ones and the oval ones. There's a story to this one. I went to an auction of Charles Lesky with a pocket full of money, I thought, and a Bradman invitation to his wedding was there, a Bradman Mick Simmons card, and on the back it said, Jesse and I will be around for tea tomorrow. Oh. This was to a friend. And this photograph, I missed the card at about $1,800, one little Mick Simmons card, and the wedding invitation, I didn't even get close. There was another guy in front of me, I still remember it. He had his head down on the chair and just kept putting his hand up, and he missed it as well. Somebody beat him on the phone. So that was, I was convinced when I was going down to Melbourne, I was coming home with all those items. That was all I came home with. But still very happy. Yeah. But they're very, very hard to find now.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
What else we got?
Then another thing that's, I think, is very nice and unique. It's an original, in 1933, 32, 33, the Bodyline era. He was ahead of Alfie Langer and everybody else, is the Don Bradman Mask. Yeah. An original mask, I've put it in here to preserve it, was put out by Listerine Products. I gather, I've been told, I haven't personally seen it, but there's one of Jack Hobbs as well. Okay. So obviously Hobbs and Bradman were the two of that era. There's the back of it with the advertising on it. And it's still...
Did they go? They went into show bags, I think, did they? Or something like that?
Not that I'm aware of. Okay. I personally cannot believe that Don Bradman somehow didn't feature in an Easter show bag. Yeah. Because he was just so big. But that's just a gorgeous thing.
It's a beauty.
So that's the mask. Then we go on to a little bit of china and plates. This is an English
New Hall pottery.
hall pottery jug. They also did plates, and I've got some of woodfall, absolute quality. But this is gorgeous, Don Bradman.
They're like £1,000
Yeah.
£1,000 items now, these things.
Yeah. And there's a little thing on the back. With the same image, and I've got a brown one and this coloured one.
That's ceramic too.
Ceramic, yeah. That's,
even the border, right? Yeah.
This James is the expert on all these ceramics. He knows probably more than I do, but sometimes too much knowledge costs you a lot of money.
It does cost me a lot. 1935 these are. They're beautiful, I think.
Yeah. I got I went to John Mackenzie's years ago, and he had one upstairs, a brown one, cracked to Billio, but he sold to me. It wasn't a lot of money, £80 or something like that. So I fixed it up, and it still goes. It still looks all right.
You've got some other china too.
The glass bowls. I don't know if James can get a good shot.
Yeah, I got a good shot of that.
They're around the outside. I've got 3, and they've all got different designs. I'll show one in a minute. Somebody, or I've heard, they said that there's 4 different designs, but James has certainly not seen it, and he looks into it. I haven't seen them, but it's the different sort of designs around the outside, as opposed to this is a bit more crisscrossed around the outside, and the other ones that I've got over there is different again.
They were put out in 1930. You can see.
Yes,
you can
I'm
find
sorry.
them.
They're 1930, and James, any idea how much they sold for, mate?
Oh, they'd be like a few shillings.
Yeah.
They weren't dear.
Yeah.
But they are now.
They are now.
They are now.
They've changed a bit.
I remember paying $1,000 for one of them, but
the first one of these I bought at Weems Auctions in Sydney. I paid $450 plus costs, and that was many, many years ago. And I've seen them going for $800 to $1,200 at various auctions.
Yeah, they can go.
A lot of money just to stick your apples in.
Yeah. Probably the first use of that image, though, in 1930.
It's fantastic. And some plates, again, probably late 30s, early 40s, James.
Transfer, they would be. Yeah.
Transfer printed, but wonderful things. Such
a variety of them, aren't there?
Yeah, could have your eggs and bacon off that of a morning, set you up for the day. So there's one there. This is my favourite, a young Don Bradman. Looks like he's got his St George cap on. The plate's obviously got St George colours.
It's nice, isn't it?
The beginning of his career, when he went there, and that was when it all really started.
Someone spent a lot of time making these up.
Oh, wonderful. I think I said in the Trumper one, I would just love pages full of the transfers.
Yeah.
Just amazing. Yeah. And there's another very nice one here, which you could carve your Sunday roast on if you were really a big Bradman fan.
There's a few of those out there.
Yep. I think this one's got Lords on it, but it's a lovely big plate. Again, I used to go around everywhere looking, and you were lucky you'd find some of these things. They're all gone now. They're all gone. eBay, while it has been good in some ways, it's shut all the shops.
Yeah, that's a bit shame, isn't it?
So for the proper collectors who want to get out and do the hard yards, it doesn't exist anymore. Not in Sydney anyway.
No.
So,
looking in your room, there's probably nothing left to sell, mate.
No. A couple of other things. This is quite a scarce thing. It's a Don Bradman Rolex watch. I've had this for a long, long time. There's the ad for it. There's the watch. Can you see that, James?
I'll zoom in on the watch. She's a beauty. I'll swap you.
I don't think the Chinese or the Japanese make these yet.
No.
But very, very hard to find. I bought that years ago.
Do you ever wear it, or?
I do wear it sometimes, and it still keeps good time.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Just have a look at the ad for everybody.
It's a gorgeous thing.
There's not much he didn't advertise.
Now, when I wear it, if I'm going anywhere special, I suppose I'd need to match it. I'd need the Don Bradman Cufflinks. So there goes. There's the Don Bradman Cufflinks. I've had these for a long time, but again, try buying these on eBay or somewhere. What do you reckon? A lot of money?
Yeah. I've only ever seen one, and it wasn't a pair. It was just one, and that sold for well over $500 or $600, I think. So
I think a one-armed cricket fan bought the one.
We're all debating about whether we would, and we decided no.
A one-armed paper hanger.
Yeah, that's right.
There's those. There's a couple of other, I think, unique.
Yeah, we might need to stand up and
unique items. I've just got to go across here with James to show you. They're glass slides from the 30s. This is Don.
That's it.
This is Don.
Yeah, got a good shot of that.
With his bat and his baggy green.
And these were from the war period.
Yeah, it would from the war period. Yes, yeah. Propaganda when he went into the army.
Yep.
And here's another absolute classic one of him. Dropping bombs.
So because he was obviously in the army and the air force.
And the air force, yeah. Have you seen?
You got failed his physical. Yeah.
Does that come up, James?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, he was worn out from scoring all them runs and run up and down the wicket. That's why he failed the physical.
Hard to believe he could fail a physical, isn't it?
Yes. Now I've got another set.
We'll just have a bit of a scan around the room while you find them, Pete. I didn't bring a big enough suitcase today.
Years ago, I bought a set of glass slides that were in the old days. They used to have a piano player on the stage in the theatre, and they might play a tune that people would sing along to. This is to our Don Bradman, the song. I got the whole set of 6, which was still in the boxes, sent to the Concord Theatre in New South Wales, and this was our Don Bradman. Can you see that, James?
Yeah, I've got a nice look at that one.
So that was the start. That's number 1, and he would have been playing away.
Yep.
And they all would have been singing. I can't show you the whole 6, but I'll show you a couple of them.
So the words to the song just appear on each of the slides.
Yeah, right through. Our Don Bradman, everybody lifts their lid to you and all that.
Okay. Nice. They're probably my favourite Bradman item, those in your room, because I've never seen them before.
Just
not
pan around and I'll get back around here.
Not likely to see them again either, I suspect, Pete.
No, very hard to find. Now, the body line, which was a massive thing between a few people, was Don Bradman. This is a calendar for the Bodyline series, which is very nice. The English love the Bodyline because they won. They won a series.
But I'm always intrigued. You really admire Jardine, don't you?
I admire Douglas Jardine, yes. Yeah. He came to Australia, and beat us in our own backyard against an absolute champion. Mind you, they say Don failed, but he still averaged well over 50 in a series. So I don't know, but I think it was a great feat. So these were the guys, and the fight was on between Don Bradman, Douglas Jardine, and a very nice and talented guy called Harold Larwood. So I happen to have a couple of little things for our English friends if they're interested. There's a transfer plate of Douglas Jardine in his Harlequin cap.
Didn't take that off, did he?
No, and I think he loved wearing it to stir up all the Australians, and good on him.
Yeah.
And the other guy who I thought was magnificent for him was Harold Larwood.
Yeah,
they say he bounced a mountain, he bowled Bodyline. Anyone looks at the records, he also bowled a lot of guys and had a lot of guys LB. So he didn't necessarily, he bowled the Bodyline, but he was a magnificent bowler.
He's a great sportsman, wasn't he?
Yeah, wonderful.
And he was such a good bloke, he became Australian.
Yep. So that's that. Now, the final thing I wanted to show you very proudly. I had for years...
This is new.
I had for years an Albert Cotter death plaque, which Albert Cotter played with Trumper in 1905 and all that. He got killed in the war, shot trying to attend somebody. So, being a complete madman, I had it made into a coffee table with stuff underneath it. And I've got a cricket match going on top of it. These little lead cricketers, when Lord Harris, the New Zealand cricketers were in England in 1931, Lord Harris turned 80 and they had them made and put them onto his birthday cake. He then took them off and gave them to his then secretary to give to her son, which she did. Obviously, time passed on and I bought them maybe 18 months ago or a little bit longer in Knight's auctions. So I thought they'd be great sitting on there, having a game of cricket. And I just love stuff like that.
They're actually quite weighty.
Absolute quality. Lead, well made. You've got batsmen backing up, umpires. Even the bowler's got the ball on a little bit of string. The keeper. I've got a pretty attacking field here going on. So, just for me, I just love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
It's beautiful, yeah. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you very much again for watching, and I hope you enjoy it.
Cheers.
Bye.